Thank you.
I'm Bill Desjardins. I've been a Plumas County resident now for about 7 years, a lifelong state of California resident. What I see in the state of California is fiscal mismanagement. And I would encourage the board to think about how many taxes are going up in the state of California and how those taxes are being spent on boondoggles, the choo-choo train, the twin tunnels to carry water to Southern California, all sorts of things that don't benefit us up here, are probably harmful. It contributes to fiscal mismanagement. The result of that fiscal mismanagement is you find that a number of companies are leaving the state of California and they're going to the state of Texas. I look at the state of Jefferson as being a closer, more accessible state of Texas to those businesses in California. Please keep that in mind as you entertain the idea of this.
All right.
Come on in.
So we're
Squeeze.
Kinda,
There's more.
okay.
Okay.
I'd like to.
I'm Thomas Moeller from Tehama County, a lifelong resident in the North Valley. I don't know, we couldn't hear outside too well. There's too many people out there. If it had been brought up, our school system and Common Core, as you have to be Common Core compliant to get any money. And when is the last time we had any, the school system was top of the line in the whole world? When the county ran the school system. And we could do that again. And there's another thing I wanted to bring up. Tehama County has signed separation papers already. There hasn't been any repercussion from Sacramento for doing that. And so we're just asking for your support so we can support you. Thank you.
Okay, a few more comments and let's see if we can get this back to the board. Go ahead, Todd.
Todd Anderson, Indian Valley. I'd like to reiterate that this vote for this does not obligate this county to anything. You can change it at any time and back out of the deal. You could pass it and then say, if it goes forward, that the county would send it out to the people to vote. So where's the harm in a vote for the state, this declaration? Name one thing that will be harmed by doing this, okay? And I'll point out at the state of California, right here in this courthouse, CAL FIRE went into court and allowed perjury or misinformation, and CAL FIRE's investigators had hidden evidence, destroyed evidence in the Moonlight Fire here within Plumas County. Is that really the government from Sacramento that we want here in Plumas County? That when their oath of office is that the most important, you're sitting there in the court of law, you have the Attorney General from the state of California, you have CAL FIRE from the state of California willing to lie in a court of law right here in Plumas County. Now, if that doesn't tell you what California is about, and that doesn't change your mind on the Moonlight Fire, nothing will.
Thank you, Todd.
One more. I just wanted to add to what was just said, and something Mark and I spoke about both this morning and last night. If there is a concern when you review that document that we submitted to you, that declaration and petition, if there's a concern that you don't see anything in there that offers and suggests to you that at a point in time you make a determination that you cannot support what is being done, let's put a release clause in it. if it makes it more comfortable, let's put a clause in the document before you sign it that simply says that if at any point in time the board votes in the majority to withdraw from its support of this declaration, it's done. We don't need you to do anything formally other than that. Simply take a vote and withdraw. We'll put that in the document if that makes you more comfortable.
Okay, because I just not got this document, and believe me, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of comments if that's all right. I don't know if there's any other public comments or anything. No. Okay, I'm guaranteed I am 100% behind what the state of Jefferson stands for and what it means for our county. I do believe in the misrepresentation or no representation up here in our area, or lack thereof. I do want to engage, because I do agree with Mark that education in our county is probably our #1 resource, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So therefore, as the state of Jefferson, I would love to be able to have you guys engage our educators, our board, PUSD board, Plumas Unified School District, the community college system, which I believe in the state of Jefferson has like 8 or 9 colleges, is that true? Have you spoken to any of their boards or trustees?
If you don't mind me answering.
Sure.
There was a PhD present in Yuba County, I believe it was, and he was there on another matter. And his comment after our presentation there, and they voted to affirm the declaration, was that there is a tremendous amount of fraud, waste, and abuse in the California education system, and he, for one, would be happy to help write the education plan for the state of Jefferson. So we have concurrence from some very well-respected educators in this, and also the financial plan on SOJ 51 shows money for K through 12 is already budgeted. And it also shows what the LAO says, that we only be responsible for 4.9% of California's debt, and there's a figure there. It's subtracted and shows a state surplus of $2.7 billion.
As you can understand, that healthcare and education, are paramount in this small area, and that if we can go ahead and reach out to our healthcare districts, boards, Plumas District, and so on and so forth. So I'd like to go back to the board if anybody has any comments.
I'll
or
go.
questions.
Yeah, I was disappointed we didn't get what we asked for, the financials. I tried to look up there's numerous web pages, I couldn't even tell which one was which, to try to find some financials. I'm like Kevin, we all are, we say this every meeting, we're not representative. We go to Sacramento, we go to Washington, we have different issues. We say it every meeting. So anyway, so last time I felt that it needs to be voted on by the people in the county, and I saw that Tehama County did do that before they went any further, and I saw two of the largest counties in the north, Butte and Shasta, both said, their board said, we want more details, and I feel like I don't see the details. I mean, you can wave a flag, you can put a sign in your yard, but I need details. I'm a fiduciary for our county in charge of funds. I want everything, before I go forward. And as far as Assemblyman Dolly, I got his quote here, which made me think, that he's sitting on a fence. He said, this was last, okay, hold on a minute. He said, this was last week on Fox News. Assemblyman says he understands the motivation behind the movement, but knows it will take a lot of work. The devil is in the details, and if the details are worked out and look like something that financially could work, and we work all those things, and maybe I can get it behind it. So I didn't say like he's going for it. And let me tell you something about Assemblyman Dolly. He can work across the table. He's been able to get some of those southern legislators to work on issues and make them understand what's going on up here. And if you want representation, you need to elect more people, like Assemblyman Dolly. We need to maybe, my whole thing is I'd like to see a part-time government legislator. That would solve a lot of our problems.
That is what
That would cut the cost of our state legislator in half. It would, the laws would be all crafted, important laws, not all these frivolous laws. That would be something I could get behind. And that's not creating a new state, it's changing what exists to legislate, I know. But anyway, I'm gonna stick with my motion that it goes on, and I'm gonna say it goes on the ballot before I go any further. I mean ballot for the people in Plumas County to vote, because I'll be honest with you, I live in probably the most liberal section of the county, and I haven't heard hardly anybody contact me to go forward with this, except maybe I know one guy back there, Dean Ron Trumbo's on the radio, he's in my district, but I haven't heard, nobody said come forward with this to me. I know some of your other areas have tremendous pressure, but I haven't had it. So I'm in favor of putting it on the ballot. Let the people of Plumas County decide.
Right on.
Yeah, I echo what Lori said, and that I attended a meeting last night, and I'm sorry I wasn't worthy of getting a copy of the proposal that we're supposed to pass, so can't vote on it if I haven't even seen it. But what I would like to say is a lot of the presentation last night was based on we the people, and I absolutely believe we the people. And I think the most basic right we have as citizens of this country is the right to vote. And as one of 5, I feel that this is of such great importance to our communities, to our state, whether it be a state of Jefferson or continuing with the state of California. I want the people of Plumas County, and I appreciate people from Lassen and Tehama coming because we're all in a boat together. But however, it's the people of Plumas County that I represent, and I want to see that go to a vote. And I promise right now, whether I personally agree or disagree, whichever that vote goes, I will support that vote.
Okay, we kind of brought it back to the board to discuss for a little bit. I've closed the public comment.
We can't comment anymore.
No, we brought it back to the board to discuss and talk about. And because we're going to be running up against the wee hours of the night.
How about a question?
Huh?
How about a question?
No, we can't really back and forth. It's a public. It was a public comment period. So.
Well, but you know what, Kevin?
No.
Well, I can't.
No.
I can't right now.
You can't really comment on what people have to say.
We got to follow the rules here. This is
Right.
a meeting process that we're going
How
through.
about this 1 minute?
No.
No. Come on, lady.
That's all right.
30 seconds.
No, she knows.
Jerry, do you have anything?
I'm just going to say I'm very much in support of what they're trying to do, what the state of Jefferson is trying to do. But it is, I agree with Sherry in the sense that it is very, it's very important to hear what the voice of the people have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hearing it.
Yes.
Quiet.
For a while, I just wanted to go ahead and move ahead with this, but after listening to everything, and I'm very much in support of it, and I would like the voice of the people, because this is a big decision that's really above this board, I think, a bit. And now, the one thing I do like about is we could sign on to this, and it's not binding when you change your mind. I do like that part.
Exactly.
I would like to see what the people that I know, Sherry already said she hadn't heard from anybody in her district, but I have heard from a lot of people in my district that are very much in support of this. So I just don't think out loud that you're gonna, that this board would vote to go ahead with this.
Well, you know, at first glance of this and maybe taking something, what you said, Mark, and going back and looking through this and taking a real close look at it and maybe bringing it back to the board in the future. You know, well, we don't have to have, you know, everybody packed in here if you want to come, obviously.
I mean,
you know,
I'll come 100 times. if you
But I
need
mean,
to.
recrafting it and maybe taking a look at it and putting in a
Great.
clause or whatever, just so I can get a chance to actually peruse it and everybody else, but I'm taking up too much time again. Jeff, do you have any comments?
Well, I'd just like to say, I like the name you picked out. Jefferson. to Jefferson. But, and I agree with most everybody in here. I'm sympathetic to the fact that we need representation. I've been in business here for 33 years. And this is all I do is look over my shoulder, trying to be legal. And that's dealing with air quality, water quality, CAL FIRE. I mean, every list, and it's probably longer than my arm. So I mean, I'm in agreement with this board that I think it should be that our constituents should make the decision unanimously one way or the other on this issue.
They wouldn't let us go to the different
Okay.
They passed
Any
it
other
out.
comments from the board?
Bullshit.
I think we've got direction to maybe start moving forward with either taking a look at this or maybe possibly an election or something.
May I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
If that's an open document, once again, Sutter County got theirs, they changed the whole thing to something that more suited them. There are only a few sentences that are important because of standing, the legal description of the county, declaration, petition, and the word lack of representation. Those are the only things that really count in that. So if you want to restructure that and bring it up next month or something, if you would like me to suggest something or send you Sutter counties or something like that, I'll come back as many times as you need me to come back so that you're satisfied with what it is you're about to do.
Okay.
Mr. Goss, why does he get to speak when he's just a public comment and we can't? Or this,
He was the one that was brought by Jeff Engel and
there was nothing on the agenda item of somebody, so there's no legal precedence for him to have all this time.
then let's retract his argument.
Let us speak.
What do we got?
It's on the agenda, we're pretty long public comment, discussion by the boards. Does the board want to give any direction as far as if it were to be placed in front of the voters, the board would have to adopt a resolution, place it on the ballot. You probably want some information regarding that process and the cost of doing so. If the board wants us to spend some time taking a look at the declaration and petition and consider revisions, maybe you might want to have a subcommittee of the board work with. I'd be happy to work with the subcommittee or whomever.
I would like to see you look at that.
Yeah, but I was just reading it during the course of the meeting, so you know I haven't checked it for any kind of accuracy or legal import or that sort of thing. So if the board were to consider this, I'd like to have an opportunity to offer some comments from a legal standpoint.
Okay, and I think as we move forward and through this process, there are going to be several other meetings to make a heck of a lot more public comment. I'm sorry that we didn't get to everybody today, but we will be getting to everybody. I guarantee we have 2 more presentations or issues on our agenda today that we need to get to. So I appreciate everybody's patience. And we'll be moving on to number 5. And we're going to take a 2-minute break.